Welcome to Dragons Race to the Edge Season 3 with my own reactions. Hope you guys enjoy my hilarious yet thought-provoking reactions. The title, Enemy of My Enemy, truly is my friend, because the dagger is helping Hiccup, kind of like the blue spirit in Avatar The Last Airbender, where Zuko helps Aang find a cure for their friends. Same plot point, but with Toothless. I am not kidding you. It is that amazing. It's called Crash Course because of the Cavern Crasher, which is not only has flammable mucus, but is attempting to attack the Fireworm Queen's nest. And so Snotloud was looking at this cute, freaking adorable dragon baby, but it was hot. But Snotloud's dragon was saved by the Fireworm Queen's bite. By the time Hiccup becomes chief, Fishlegs wanted to become the leader of the Dragon Riders. So he decides to lead some night terrors in the cave, while we just wasted a lot of monstrous nightmare gel just for some creation that Hiccup's making. And Fishlegs decide to stay with his friends rather than the night terrors, because they have their own night terrors for security. Turn and Burn is about Snotloud's and Spiteloud's storage house being bombarded by multiple Singe-tails because it was called for backup. Well, when you think there's only one, there's two, there's three, and there's four. Also, yakety yak, don't talk back. Thanks Snotloud for a funny performance in this episode. This scratch will get you the Scourge of Odin, because it's transmitted via blood. That's how Astrid got sick from it. And the Bufflord, we thought it was extinct. But Hiccup used his own tracking equipment, including the Flightmare algae, which sees footprints, a spyglass to look things close up, and Death Song amber goggles to see things more close up. But here's a twist. Vigo is disrupting Hickstrid moments, which were so cute and sweet at the same time. But good thing that Astrid survived, because it's a prequel. I don't think any fangirl would freak out over this. And Vigo is defeated. And at the end, they all live happily ever after, just like Disney's Frozen, which is similar to this episode. Sometimes you gotta work until your back aches. And that's how Hiccup and Astrid and his friends try to have a vacation, but the parasites called Grimoire were attached to these dragons with their glowing saliva thing, which is scary stuff, huh? And their weakness is salt. Talk about a salty surprise from Rough Nut and Tough Nut. I love it. And the chicken's back. Well, it looks like Fishlegs has feelings for Heather. And turns out Heather decides that Astrid must express her feelings for Hiccup. And knowing that these two are perfect. Hunters, they always pull tricks up their sleeves and show up out of nowhere. And Heather joined the team. But finding out how Dagger is a good guy. Strikeout? Well, triple strikeout, to be honest, shows the gladiator match of the series. Toothless versus the triple strike. But Hiccup decides no fighting. No fighting dragons between them. Because Toothless decides that he doesn't want to kill the triple strike. And which is pretty touching to me. And also a Hickstrid hug. Sweet stuff. What's inside the egg? A baby death song, which has the ability to communicate through vocalization. And so, they decide to have a musical episode, which is not like Disney, but probably soon enough, there will be something bigger in the third movie. And babies reuniting with the death song, how sweet. And Hiccup's new sword, Inferno, was created. And that's the last we'll see of Hiccup this week. The dragon hunters are building a dragon-proof fortress. Because according to Heather, marble can withstand dragon fire. But Fishlegs has other plans, using the catastrophic Quakens to destroy this fortress and make Vigo more angry than ever before. And he decided to end the Dragon Riders' resistance once and for all. It's on, Vigo, because you've recreated the Scourge of Onin for your supply and demand tribe, and you got way more tricks up your sleeve that is to come. I'm watching you, Vigo. Watching you, watching Hiccup. Well, Hiccup is teaching Dagger to ride his new Gronkle called Shattermaster, but his friends are not liking it, especially Astrid. But Hiccup decides to have a finger point connection touching thing, which is kind of cute and silly at the same time. But then things took a turn for the worse for Heather, because he sacrificed himself to save her, which is really heartbreaking for Heather. Sorry about that. But he knew it was a trap all along. Vigo and Riker having an auction is so cruel, because they took all of Burke's gold. But they still have a chance to save most of the dragons, and with the best Heather and Astrid pose ever. The best moment ever, with their foots up after they kick the dragon hunters' asses. And despite loss of the gold, they still had success. But Vigo has more tricks up his sleeve. In this cliffhanger episode, I'll get to that later, Astrid got shot in the leg, which is not as bad as Scourge of Odin, but she's fine. But then Vigo offered Hiccup a truce to save every single dragon above Vigo's line. And that's where they fell into the Defenders of the Wing, a potential ally for the Riders. And just when you think Mala started to trust Hiccup, the Dragon Hunters took the Eruptodon and the riders were tricked, but so are the defenders of the wing, which made Mala so mad that they are going to let their villages suffer for the worst. But we all know they're going to be fine, and it wasn't a series finale at all. Not one bit. Well, that's it for Season 3 of Dragons Race the Edge. Things will get bigger and better in Season 4, and oh my god, I can promise you that. Well, until then, for the big conclusion before Season 5 comes out, all I can say is, peace, YouTube.